There's no better feeling in the world. That feeling you get when you know you really crushed one, nothing like it. The balance is right, your swing feels good, and the ball looks as big as a grapefruit.
Long, towering drive, deep right. This ball's out of here.
There's a lot of beauty in baseball. Watching a pitcher when he's really on his game.
Got him on 3 pitches. Struck him out with a curveball. It's a 1-2.
Or seeing a guy really sell out to make a play.
Throwing back. Are you kidding me?
Oh, what a catch.
What a great, perhaps game-saving catch.
But there's something special about a home run.
Well hit. Will the wind knock it down? No way. Out of here.
Ever since Babe Ruth, the home run has had a certain mystique. It's what fans come out to see. And my philosophy is, give the fans what they want. This is Ryan Howard, and I'll be your host for the 2006 Phillies Video Yearbook.
Long drive. This ball is out of here.
For a baseball player, the first sound in spring is not the crack of the bat, it's the pop of the catcher's mitt. Pitchers and catchers always arrive early to prepare for the long season ahead. Everybody knows that pitching is the name of the game, and new GM, Pat Gillick, spent his first winter with the team searching for a few good arms.
That's probably the key to our division. If you look at the Mets and Atlanta, all of us, I think, have some good pitching, but at the same time, we'd like to add to it. So that's sort of the challenge for us.
One arm Pat found was closer Tom Gordon. Flash had been an all-star closer before Tommy John surgery had shut him down. And he'd spent the last few years in a Yankee bullpen setting up for Mariano Rivera. His arm was now sound, and he was ready to get back in the saddle. After a week or so, the rest of the ball club arrived in Clearwater. And that's when the personality of the team began to emerge.
Keeping a tradition, me and Bobby the last 2 out every year. Why change?
And nobody has more personality than Jimmy Rollins. Jimmy had finished the previous season with an unbelievable 36-game hitting streak, the longest in team history, and one of the longest in the whole history of baseball. Technically, that streak would continue into the upcoming season.
If you had to pick between getting the streak and passing DiMaggio or making the playoffs this year, what's your choice?
Shoot, I'll take a ring any day. Hopefully another 15 years to get DiMaggio's record.
One of the cool things about spring training is hanging out with guys like Mike Smith.
I feel like family when I come back. It doesn't take but about 15-20 minutes to shake everybody's hand and feel the warm and fuzzy feeling. And Charlie Manuel's a really good friend of mine, and I love being around Charlie. And so I look forward to those 10 days in early spring training. Love coming back.
I see you, brother. There's a lot of busy work in spring training. Trying to find your stroke, media obligations, trying to find your stroke, scoreboard obligations. Hey fans, be sure to get your copy of the new Phillies Charities calendar.
It's like no other calendars you've ever seen.
To purchase your copy, stop by the Phillies newsstand or Majestic Clubhouse store.
Equipment issues, stroke issues.
Ouch!
That's enough.
Making sure your uniform fits right.
Everything fit like this.
For a couple of guys on the team, a second uniform was necessary. Chase Utley and Bobby Abreu were chosen to represent their countries in the first ever World Baseball Classic. It's a great idea. Teams from all over the world compete in a tournament in March. Altogether, 20 different Phillies players from the major and minor leagues helped fill out the rosters of 7 countries. The guys that went had a blast. Japan eventually won, and the tournament was considered a huge success. The next one is scheduled for 2009. I wouldn't mind wearing that red, white, and blue. Getting back to our own red, white, and blue, the World Baseball Classic did have one interesting effect on training camp. The thinned-out roster gave some guys playing time that they might not have normally had, and guys like Chris Coast took advantage.
Chris Coast, a
Coastie is an unbelievable story. At age 33, he'd never spent a day in the big leagues. But his determination to never give up on his dream had kept him coming back, year after year, to try to get to the majors.
Yeah, freeze him, Coastie. I'm talking about good catchers. They get a lot of called strike three. Nice he can catch.
In 2 spring trainings with the Phillies, he'd come up with some big hits.
Sent to center field. Rose has had another impressive spring. Career minor leaguer.
Still, he was realistic enough to realize the odds were stacked against him.
What would it mean to you, Chris, to get the call this time?
Well, obviously, I've thought a lot about it, and every year I've been on a AAA team where there's been that guy that got their first call up. When I watch, I see the emotion on their face, and I picture about, what would it be like if it would be me. I don't know if I'd, go to my knees and thank God or start crying. I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't think you really know until you experience it. So hopefully I'll get to experience it, and I can tell you then.
As spring training wound down, Charlie Manuel had us ready to play.
Charlie's been great for me because he gives me the confidence. It's a guy that you can go up to and talk to about anything, and I think he does that for a lot of players.
We were on our way to the best Grapefruit League record ever, but we all knew that once we got started, that wouldn't mean a thing. Last year we missed the postseason by 1 game, and we knew we were close.
Lessons learned from last year. Wow. Every game pretty much counts. Win. But at the same time, going out and having fun. And I think, those last 2 months last year showed what kind of character the team has and what we're capable of.
Meanwhile, back in Philly, they were going nuts, painting the town red, getting everybody fired up for opening day. They even asked me to join the fun.
We are extremely delighted today to proclaim Ryan Howard Day in the city of Philadelphia.
The team is very excited. I'm very excited. This makes me not want to go back and just get ready for the season right now. But
the last 2 games of the preseason were held at Citizens Bank Park, and we were all seeing red. On the eve of the regular season, it looked like Chris Coast might see his major league dream come true. But Pat Gillick got David DeLucci from Texas to fill out the bench, and Coastie's perseverance would be tested one more time. We even had the annual Chamber of Commerce event at the ballpark this year. It was pretty cool.
Like I said, we have a great lineup. Other teams have great lineups. It's going to come down to pitching.
That's a lot of pressure to put on the pitching staff all the time. It all comes down to pitching.
Ryan Howard, pitching and Ryan Howard.
Yeah, thanks, Levy. No pressure at all. Mike Lieberthal has been making the long drive to the ballpark for more years than any of us. As the longest tenured athlete in Philly, he's seen a lot of opening days.
Baseball is a game where it's 162 games, and if you ask the Houston Astros, they probably would tell you it doesn't matter how you start. They started very poor, and they came on so strong in the second half. Next thing you know, they're in the World Series. The fans in Philadelphia are definitely diehard. They want to win. They have passion for winning in any sport. They don't leave till the game's over. It's and they just want to win.
Hard to believe this was my first opening day in the big leagues. I can see how you get plenty of goosebumps.
Please welcome the 2006 Philadelphia Phillies.
Back in the clubhouse, Aaron Rowan was showing us the hardware we were all shooting for. His World Series ring from the White Sox the year before. It was good to get our eyes on the prize. But in the other dugout, the Cardinals had designs on the same kind of bling.
Driven to deep left field, and this ball is out of here. Albert Pujols with a home run.
Hey, I had to keep up with Albert.
Ryan Howard picks up right where he left off in the exhibition campaign, blasting his first home run of the regular season. Blasted to left. Pat Burrell only turned.
Unfortunately, it wasn't our day.
Deck. A 2-run blast for Albert Pujols, and it's now 13-1 Cardinals.
About the only fun thing was to see if Jimmy could keep up his hitting streak.
Line drive hit. He did it. 37 consecutive games. Charlie gave him the green light. And J-Roll delivers, and the fans now.
Nice job, Jay Weezy.
The game for opening day, but they're going to like what they just saw. Look at him.
The next game,
There's a hit, and he didn't waste any time extending it. J-Roll in 38 consecutive games.
and that's where it ended, as we got swept by the Cardinals. Now we know we're a good defensive team, but early on, the Gremlins were getting us.
That one on the ground at third, kind of a tough hop, and that one eats up Bell. Runners going, Lieberthal trying to throw, but nobody was covering.
Shading the sun, drops the ball. Drops the ball.
We went 0-4 right out of the chute. Then Bobby came to the rescue.
That's well hit. Another day it's out of here, and it is out of here. 3-run home run, Bobby Abreu. And the Phillies have won game one dramatically in the bottom half of the ninth inning, 6-3.
I think we got a great group of guys. I think we all get along well, and I think there's some similar personalities in the clubhouse, and everybody's headstrong, but we all know each other's limits. We just need to gel as a team.
Trying to check his swing, but Tom Gordon has a 1-2-3 save, his first save in a Phillies uniform.
On our first road trip, it looked like we might be turning it around.
Left field, and this ball's out of here. Home run, Pat Burrell. His fifth of the year in the center field.
Then Chase got it going.
Out of here, back-to-back home runs, Burrell and Utley.
Utley goes flying out, first pitch swinging. Look out! Grand slam home run, Chase Utley. His second of the night.
Now everybody knows that they score a lot of runs in Colorado. You know, with the altitude and stuff, balls really carry.
Drive deep right center field. This ball is out of here into the Phillies bullpen. Home run, Ryan Howard for the first run of the game, his second of the year.
Well, that was the only run that Brett Myers and the boys in the pen would need.
They will. Big double play ball as Brett Myers saws off Matt Holliday.
Drive to right field. Abreu makes a catch at his knees, and the Phillies now ball should be the ball game. Utley throws out Smith. The Phillies win it 1-0 and wrap up a 4-2 road trip and a rare 1-0 game. A shutout by Brett Myers, Arthur Rhodes, and Tom Gordon.
In the last few years, I've gotten to know the remaining players of the Philadelphia Stars, the Negro League team that represented Philadelphia. Every once in a while, they come down to the ballpark. And these guys definitely keep it real.
Ronald said that Ron, he's pressing too hard. That he for some reason, he's thinking about that second year jinx.
Slammed into right field, base hit, taken on one hop by Darryl Willis.
He's back. He hit the ball hard when he hit the ball.
And Church hit that one hard. It's over Bobby's head, turning him around. And now can't get the ball off the wall either.
Guys can't catch those balls. The ball hit in the glove and he dropped it.
Old Frank Robinson never changed his, in appearance, but he's just old, that's all.
Frank's got to be about 73, man.
Yeah, he's been looking that way for the last 20 years.
Little squares, the pitch is way outside, and it gets away from Schneider.
Catcher, he should have caught that ball.
Catcher, my eye.
Huh?
Catcher, my eye.
I said he should have caught that ball.
There it is. There it is. 4-3. That's gone.
Gone.
The bell. Oh yeah, every time I hit home run, the bell rings.
Yeah, that Liberty Bell is pretty cool. and it sits out there on the rooftop bleachers in Ashburn Alley. That place was a blast this summer. A real party with all kind of crazy stuff going on.
It's a great day out, so we broke out the pools. Some people are trying to find a way to beat the heat. Coming up this Saturday, we're also going to be giving away Bobby Abreu Beach Towel for kids 14 and under, so don't forget to come out this Saturday. Tonight we have our mechanical bull, and look who our special guest is. We love the rooftop. We're having a blast. It's an awesome weather. It's 50 of us college kids from University of Delaware, and everyone else is college too, so it's a lot of fun.
And you never know who you might bump into out there.
Excuse me, sir, do they play baseball in Canada?
Absolutely, 93 World Series.
Oh, don't remind us.
It seems like it's a really nice atmosphere. It's a nice crowd. Everybody's having fun and watching a good baseball game.
I can't believe there's some space to move around. You can stand up, you can sit down, you can lean on a table, you can enjoy a cold beverage. It's a great spot to watch, and plus you can see the entire field too. So it's highly recommended by me to come out here sometime for a game.
That place looks like so much fun. I thought I'd try to hit one out there.
Oh, tremendous drive, deep center field. Watch this baby way out of here, over the backdrop.
I saw everyone in left field and right field looking toward me, and I decided I'd jump over the wall and grab it.
Did you ever think you'd see a home run this far?
Never.
All of a sudden, here comes the drive, and everybody's going nuts, and I see it clear the wall. Next thing, a little ball bounced right in the middle, halfway between the wall and the other wall, and I see the guard go over, and I see the ice cream guy jump down and grab the ball.
Can you tell me where they're going to put it? I want to visit my baby sometime.
The best shot I've ever seen here so far.
I love the way Harry calls him.
Solid. Time for stretch.
Ah, yes, the video room. Kevin Camasholi and his crew do a great job getting footage for us. Some guys like to spend hours studying their mechanics. Others use it to scout their opposition. And some of us like to take a break and watch highlights of our favorite players.
Wait, can we rewind that?
Let's see that again.
Can I get a rewind?
Watch, look at that right there.
I mean, that's so routine. We shouldn't even be on the highlight video.
Oh, look at that
Can we
throw.
take that off?
Look at it. You see that throw?
Can we get that removed from the highlight video?
Right
That's
in the chest.
routine play. Sal Fasano, don't do it. Hang with him.
Look at that.
Great.
Oh, hey, I remember that play. I was there.
A couple nights ago?
Yeah. That's fresh. Look at that. Look at that dig right there.
Taking credit.
That's beautiful.
Bell.
This is another guy right here that makes crazy plays.
I've never seen a guy throw his body out there.
Oh. Not only does he do it with the bat, but he does it with the glove. It's Pat Burrell.
Sushi?
Oh yeah, we're gonna take a little sushi break here. Oh, who's this guy? Uh-oh. Oh, we might have to look at that one.
Can we watch that again? He looks like he was safe.
And he's saying he's talking about it a little bit. What did you say right there, Shane?
Can't repeat on the air. It's all right. It's your fault for running. That's what you get. Don't make the last out at third.
We learned a valuable lesson here today.
Yes, we did. Uh-oh. We got Big Donkey.
Oh, it's base hit. Oh. It's a good thing Chase is athletic.
And he's safe.
That's a good play. We'll take it.
That's a big individual, ain't it? Who is he?
Who, me?
Oh, you?
About me?
Wow. It's fun to watch.
Fun to watch on the Shane Victorino show.
It seems like the last couple of years, a slow start has hurt us. We were 10-14 for the month of April, and Charlie snapped on us in the dugout in Florida. Now, Charlie doesn't do that very often, so when he yelled, we listened. What followed was a 13-1 run that pretty much let us all know how good we could be.
Off the glove of the diving Ugla. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and it's now a 5-4 game. Sometimes you need breaks and try to score. Safe at home plate is J-Roll, and this game is incredibly tied on an unbelievable play.
We definitely have the talent to do it, make the playoffs and do well in the playoffs. We just got to put it together and get the ball rolling in our favor and get some momentum.
High fly ball, that's well hit to right. It is out of here. Two-run home run, Aaron Rowan. And the Phillies have taken a 5-4 lead here in the 8th inning. Struck him out with a curveball. It's a 1-2-3 save for Flash Gordon. His 9th save and 9 opportunities.
On May 4th, the Giants rolled into town, bringing with them the Barry Bonds Show. Now, I grew up watching Barry. Regardless of opinion, he's still one of the greatest to ever play the game. We were all a little worried about how the locals would treat him, but for the most part, our fans were well behaved. They let him know how they felt, but it never got out of hand. Besides, we gave them a nice distraction.
Well hit. Will the wind knock it down? No way. Out of here. Home run. Chase Utley slams it to deep right center. Out of here. Ryan Howard with a 2-run home run. Utley hit that one hard. Finley back. Can only watch. Up into the bullpen. Well hit to the opposite field. Out of here. Home run, Ryan Howard, his 2nd of the night, his 8th of the year. We're used to seeing that from Barry Bonds, but tonight it's young Ryan Howard.
Friday, I was able to meet Barry Bonds for the first time, and it was cool for me, especially growing up watching him, and it was kind of a surreal moment just to being able to shake hands and being able to play on the same field that he's playing on. So Chase and I both had good games, and to be able to perform like that in front of one of your childhood idols is I don't know, you can't really ask for too much more.
The Philadelphia Phillies have won 8 in a row, their longest winning streak in 15 years.
Well, I think the Phillies are excited because they're playing good baseball. That's why they're winning.
Next, the Mets came to town, and Bobby was poised for another walk-off blast.
Little dribbler trickling out. Heilman throws off balance, throws it away, and the Phillies win by a score of 5-4 in the 9th inning. He didn't crush that ball, but he dribbled it in the perfect spot. Bobby laughing, it wasn't pretty, but it got the job done.
May 11th. Let's set the scene. The storm clouds looming. Top of the 1st. Young pitcher Gavin Floyd is on the ropes. Bases loaded with Mets. 2 outs.
Driven to deep center field. Rowan back. Are you kidding me?
Oh, what a catch.
What a great, perhaps game-saving catch by Aaron Rowan. An incredible play by Rowan, who will run into a brick wall to try to help his team win, and he did. He is injured on the play, held onto the baseball incredibly.
They're calling for help out there.
Man.
It was a game-saving catch. We won it 2-0 as the rains came in the 5th, just after the game became official. Easily the greatest catch I've ever seen.
For who? My teammates. And for what? To win.
What up?
What's up?
Your haircut. Cali boys. Cali boys gotta stick together. Haircut. Hi, boy.
How are you?
Doing great.
Good.
14, 12, and 10. I'll unpack them for you. I got you.
You better run and hide, dude.
Can't do that anymore.
Then it was on to Cincinnati and the Major League debut of Cole Hamels.
And what an exciting day for Cole Hamels and his family who've come in from San Diego to see his debut.
Look at that. A 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts.
If Cole was nervous, it certainly didn't show. Man, he was punching out Hall of Famers. And my boy Shane Victorino, who was filling in for Roland, simply went 4 for 4.
Victorino jerks one to deep left. This ball's out of here. Shane Victorino was brilliant in his major league debut.
The next day, John Lieber took a perfect game into the 7th. The Reds could barely touch him, and after 8 2/3 of domination, Flash got the last out.
Struck him out to end the ball game.
Now that night, I wound up in the hospital with some kind of food poisoning. Charlie gave me the next day off, but in the 8th inning,
Well hit, this game is going to be tied out of here. Well hit to center field, and this ball is way out of here. Ryan Howard has given the Phillies a 2-1 lead here in the 12th inning.
How about he's hit 2 home runs off left-handed pitching today? That's pretty impressive. He's not feeling real well today. I mean, he's had a lot of stomach problems and all. He's walking real slow back to the dugout, but he juiced that baby.
after that, guys wanted to eat the same stuff I had.
By Ryan Howard, game over. Phillies have swept the series against the Cincinnati Reds.
At the end of the road trip, we pulled an old traditional trick on the rookies.
Ran into my boys like, yeah, what's up? We came to get live, came to tear it up. While all the females just stare at us.
We hid their clothes and gave them alternative garments to wear. I gotta admit, I was a little annoyed. They made me wear a dress my rookie year. Some of these dudes actually thought they looked good. I mean, check out Victorino.
This is the best I've ever seen. So these guys lucked out. Some of them even could wear it on a regular travel day. So they did a good job this year.
Do you have a personal favorite among the rookies?
I like, I've been calling him Andre 3000. I like this kid up right here. Especially with the wig, he looks just like Outcast. So.
Meanwhile, up in Scranton, there was one guy who wished he could get humiliated. Chris Coast had heard stories of rookie hazing for well over a decade and wondered if it would ever happen to him. Finally, at the age of 33, he got that long-awaited call to the big leagues.
Since I was 5 years old, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be on a field like this with a uniform on my back at the big league level, and even those toughest days in AAA or even AA honestly weren't that bad. I mean, people always ask me if there was any point I thought of quitting, and no, never one day did I think of quitting. There were times maybe a little depressed or maybe wondering if I chose the right path maybe, but at the same time, even the worst days in AAA are better than a lot of different jobs. So certainly it's been all right.
It's kind of a funny thing, a tale of two rookies. One waited 10 years in pro ball to get the call, the other was here at 22. Coasty had to wait a couple of weeks just to get his first hit.
Here's the pitch, swung on and right up the middle, a base hit, and there it is. A run home for the Phillies and the first major league hit for Chris Coast.
And it almost looked like someone forgot to tell Cole that this game isn't that easy. By June, we had a bunch of young players hanging around. Leby had been banged up, so Carlos Ruiz got a look. He's a kid from Panama who represented his country in the World Baseball Classic this spring. He's hit at every level in the organization. Pretty good behind the plate, too.
First career home run for Carlos Ruiz.
Then there's Scott Matheson. He represented his native Canada in the WBC and features some high octane.
And he has a big league fastball that he throws right by Big Poppy.
For the past few years, the Phillies have been drafting hard for pitchers, and the results are starting to pay off. This year's draft was no different.
Phillies select Kyle Drabeck from Woodlands, Texas, son of Doug Drabeck, right-hand pitcher.
Kyle was rated one of the best young arms in America. Hope he gets here soon. Another young guy who made his debut this year was Chris Roberson, a speedy outfielder who was called up when Aaron Rowan went down. But the guy who took over most of Rowan's workload was my boy, Shane Victorino.
And a great catch by Victorino.
He's really good at it.
AKA the Flying Hawaiian.
Line drive to deep right, and this ball is out of here. Fighting effort, Victorino. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. What a great baby. Victorino's going to try anyhow, and he's safe at home plate.
Not only did Shane bring a solid game, he really helps lighten things up around here.
been great. I mean, getting an opportunity to play this last, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, been something that gets you dream as a child, and now you get an opportunity to do it at this level, to play every day. And how amazing that you got the 3 complexes right there. Not too many cities have that. Beautiful Citizens Bank. It's got to be one of the best ballparks, man. Beautiful.
A trip to Citizens Bank Park features a lot more than just a baseball game. You may see a celebrity like Tim McGraw throw out the first ball. Or you might see Tug's youngest son, Matthew McGraw, give it a try.
He looks like a player.
I see the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
A right-hander, but a McGraw nonetheless.
You never know who you might run into in the dugout. Hey, boxing champ Bernard Hopkins.
Ryan Howard from Rookie of the Year to new heavyweight champion.
The new heavyweight champion, we're gonna lace him up. I'm a promoter. I can make him an offer, man. He can go right in there and fight the baddest guy in 3 fights.
No thanks. I think I'll stick to baseball.
I like it, boys.
We're always giving stuff away around here. Lots of cool stuff. You might go home with a growth chart, a funky bobblehead.
You don't want to throw that pitch.
Or even something cool to wear, like this J-Roll ski cap. Check out Chase. He liked the ski hat so much, he wore it every day for BP, all summer long. No, he's not superstitious. Me personally, I like to give away baseballs.
Watch this baby way out of here. Tremendous home run, Ryan Howard into the upper deck.
That would have been a fun game, except for the fact that we lost it. The month of June really killed us. We went 9-18, one of the worst stretches in recent memory.
And the Yankees have won it by a score of 5-0.
One guy who wasn't going bad was Chase Utley.
This is well struck to deep right. Out of here, home run, Chase Utley. Chase Utley a ways to go, bounces and still got him out. What a fine play by Chase Utley.
Chase is a true gamer. He plays as hard as anybody I've ever seen.
Chop to sides, he throws home, no chance. There's Utley bowling over Russell.
He doesn't accept losing.
Utley hustles to second.
So's that.
Yeah, that's a lot of trouble. Oh, what a play! What a play by Utley.
I see you, Chase.
Here's a ground ball. Can they turn through too? Yes. Drew ran right.
So it was pretty cool when Chase, Flash, and I all were chosen for the All-Star team.
Flash Gordon saves his 20th as the Phillies are down.
There's no break this year. I'm pretty excited though. It should be a lot of fun. Meet some new guys. It's my first time, so I'm just gonna have to see how it goes. I'm just gonna try to have fun with it.
Then I got invited to the Home Run Derby.
How am I preparing for the Home Run Derby? Trying not to think about it.
Well, he got me and Chase on his side, so we don't outweigh the Mets. But I tell you what, he got a good group on his side, and I think we're gonna have our fingers crossed, hoping that he can win this thing for us.
It's gone. Another home run for Howard.
That's a bomb.
He hit 8 in the first round. He's hit 10 in the second round. Ryan Howard, he and David Wright to go to the finals.
Got my man Howard. Come on, Howard. You need 5. 5 right here.
For Robbie Cano.
You get 4. When you tie, I'm gonna come with a tower for you.
Okay. All right.
He has tied David Wright. He's got 5 outs left.
Let's go. One more. One more.
Look at that. That's it. That's the winner right there.
And he is the champion.
The Home Run Derby was a blast, but the trick was to carry that momentum into the second half.
Towering drive, deep right field. This ball is way out.
By now, Chase was on fire.
19 for Chase. He extends his hitting streak to 26 consecutive games.
We just haven't played great baseball, but we haven't given up. We're still going out there and playing hard. We've talked a lot about it, and we're going to definitely turn it around. We're not taking this season for granted whatsoever.
And the rookie catchers were starting to carry the load.
Well hit to deep left, and this ball's out of here.
High and deep to left field.
Now Coastie was banging homers off Hall of Famers.
That ball is gone.
Jeff Geary is a great story. He's a guy who got a chance to fill a role in the bullpen and took advantage of it. By the end of the season, Charlie had faith that he could do whatever he was asked.
The ground ball off the chest of Bell, and they can't get the force at the plate.
Unfortunately, things continued to go south. The Mets were well on their way to the best record in the National League.
In the air to deep center field, Rowan back, and he will not get it.
And on July 25th, we hit our lowest point of the season. 9 games under 500. I guess this is a spot for the metaphor that our season was washing away. And as we assembled to take the team picture, we all knew that some of our friends would soon be gone. July 30th was a strange day. David Bell had already been traded, and we knew there was more to come. But we were also getting a new starting pitcher. Well, kinda new. Randy Wolf had missed almost 14 months after Tommy John surgery. This would be his first game back.
Blown away with a high fastball. Second strikeout for Wolf, and down go the Marlins. No run.
Wolfie did a solid job on his first game back, and he got a little help from his oldest friend on the team.
Hit hard to left field. Could it be? It is gone! Grand slam home run, Mike Lieberthal.
We were well on our way to smoking the Marlins when the news hit the dugout.
There's an interesting scene going on in the dugout right now. Look, this is Bobby Abreu saying goodbye to people.
There have been reports before the game that it looked like a deal for Bobby Abreu to the New York Yankees was just about done. Clearly it is.
Got the sunglasses on. I'm sure there's some tears behind those. Bobby Abreu is a very good man.
Bobby Abreu is one of the most talented hitters I've ever seen, and one of the best teammates. He did a lot of great things in this uniform. Someday they'll be dedicating a plaque to him in Ashburn Alley.
I will say thanks all the fans for the support, especially today, all my fans in the right field, and God bless them and keep give the support for the guys over there, and especially thanks for giving support to me because they being such a good to me, and God bless them.
By now it was obvious that the team was undergoing an extreme makeover. Before the deadline, Bell, Sal Fasano, Ryan Franklin, and Real Cormier were moved. And going to the Yankees along with Bobby was Corey Lytle. Now, even though Major League Baseball is a worldwide entity that reaches millions and millions of people, the actual community of those who work in it is very small. It's much like a family, and a loss is felt by everyone. None of us could imagine that this would be the last time we would see Corey alive. Corey Lytle was a good pitcher and a nice guy. He loved his family, he loved baseball, and he loved his newfound passion, flying his airplane. When I first came to the ball club, he was always studying on his laptop, working towards his pilot's license. He got it this spring and spent every available minute in the air. We were all shocked to hear that he died when his plane lost control and crashed into a building in Manhattan. There was no comfort in knowing that he died pursuing his passion. He left us way too soon. And there were other losses in the Phillies family this year. Eric Gregg was a Philadelphia native who spent many years as an umpire in the National League. In recent years, he could be found out in Ashburn Alley working at Chickies and Pete's. He always brought a smile and a good story and made a lot of people happy throughout the years. Ron Jones was a left-handed outfielder in the late 80s with some serious pop. Knee injuries had cut short a promising career. He was found dead in his Texas home at the age of 42. The baseball family even extends to the media, and the loss of Frank Dolson was felt by all those he had touched throughout the years. Frank covered the Phillies for nearly 4 decades, his passion for baseball matching his passion for life. And the ballpark will never quite sound the same after the death of Paul Richardson, longtime stadium organist. After years at the Vet, Paul and his organ made it over to Citizens Bank Park. He will be missed. Old school Philly fans were sorry to hear of the loss of Johnny Callison, the all-star right fielder with the Hollywood looks who thrilled fans during the 60s. The ball club held a memorial in the Diamond Club to honor his life.
I'd just like to say
Thank you, Johnny, and we're going to miss you. We're going to miss you.
The Phillies family lost a lot of good people in 2006. August 1st, St. Louis.
Well, should I say, I'd like to introduce everyone to St. Louis' favorite son, Ron Howard. Ron Howard.
My first trip back to my hometown as a professional.
St. Louis slipped up on this one.
With the trade deadline passed, we can now take a deep breath and refocus. Except Chase Utley. He's always focused.
Ground ball, he extends it on his first at bat. Chase Utley extends the streak to 33 consecutive games.
Now with David Bell traded, Abraham Nunez was going to carry the bulk of the time at third. Check out how he robs his counterpart.
Nunez takes a hit away from Scott Rowland to retire.
I had abused the pass list pretty bad. Couldn't let my people down.
That goes Encarnacion. It's gone.
His mom, dad, and family there. What a thrill that has to be. I mean, he hits a bomb at his hometown. That is just great.
By the time the smoke had cleared, Scott Matheson had his first big league win. The next day,
a home run, Jimmy Rollins to open the ball game. Leadoff homer for J-Roll to deep right center field, and this ball's out of here. Second home run of the game.
I guess this power thing was getting contagious. Chase was closing in on some pretty heavy numbers, like the longest streak in club history. You know, the one that Jimmy had set the year before. But unlike Jimmy, Chase didn't like to talk about it. It got to be pretty funny.
Did you take anything from the way Jimmy Rollins handled the Heat recently in the beginning of the season?
Well, Lee came up with a big home run, 2-run home run.
He was down to his last at bat.
Little dribbler, fielded there, and he didn't get him.
It's called hustle, boys and girls. The next night, it was Cole's turn to slam the door. Attaboy, Hollywood. We left St. Louis with the sweep, returning the favor they dropped on us at the start of the season. Payback is sweet. Next stop, New York. With Bobby now on the other side of the Big Apple, Victorino and DeLucci were getting a lot of playing time.
This ball's out of here. Home run, David DeLucci, and the Phillies struck him out.
Ryan Madsen won his 10th game of the year, but Chase's streak had come to an end. Finally, he could talk about it.
Oh, I had a blast. It was a great time. I had a good time with you guys as well.
Did Jimmy joke with you at all that you didn't catch him?
Not yet. I imagine I might hear about it tomorrow.
Next, we marched into Atlanta and took 2 out of 3. Chase might have lost his hitting streak, but he hadn't lost his killer instinct.
Chase Utley, you are the man. Base hit, game over. Aaron Rowan delivers, coming in to score David DeLucci, and in 14 innings, the Phillies win it 6-5.
Back home, things were getting exciting.
Either Aaron was going to get it done, or you.
We suddenly found ourselves back in the wild card race, and the locals were getting into it.
Well hit to deep left center. This ball's out of here. Drive, knocked down brilliantly. Utley throws him out. Burrow heading for third. He slides with a triple, and the Phillies have taken a 4.
Yeah, the atmosphere at CBP started to get electric. I guess those moves at the end of July helped jumpstart the team. Clear. Got it. So why the turnaround? I think the trades just gave some other guys a chance to play, and they were taking advantage of it. Whatever the reason, it was working. When the Mets came to town in mid-August, we handed them a serious beatdown.
Boy, what throw by Shane.
It was like every night was a party at the ballpark.
Bouncing ball to Nunez. This is going to be it. A 5-hit shutout, John Lieber.
The Philly faithful were buying in. By now, we all felt we could make a run at this thing. Pat Gillick went out and got us some veteran help. Jose Hernandez and Jeff Conine were brought in to strengthen the bench. And Jamie Moyer was obtained to fill out the rotation.
Here it is. Our new GM is Pat Gillick. And everywhere he goes, you know, he turns the organization to a winning organization. He makes teams contenders. How does he do it? I don't know. Some people are just blessed.
When there are players available, such as Conine, such as Hernandez, other people like Moyer that you can add, you know, they only make you better. And as I said before, we certainly want to do everything possible for the fans and also for the players, because the players have worked very hard these 130 odd games so far, and we want to do everything we can to just give us a little bit of shove to get over the hump.
On August 21st, we finally got back up to a 500 record. But there was a cost. Aaron Rowan came out of that collision with a broken leg. Season over. And Flash had to be shut down with a sore shoulder. The next night, Jamie Moyer went out and did what he was brought here to do.
Has another chance, and he makes it cleanly this time. He gets Pierre. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jamie Moyer.
Charlie really had to do some juggling as he got 3 saves from 3 different pitchers in Chicago.
Jeff Geary notches his first major league save. He saves it for Brent Myers, who was superb. And we have 3 saves by 3 different pitchers in this series, by Arthur Rose, by Ryan Madsen, and tonight by Jeff Geary.
Ooh, high and deep. A lot of distance on that one. It is gone.
Lost in the shuffle of the wild card race were some interesting numbers. Jimmy set the club record for the most home runs by a shortstop in a season, breaking Granny Hamner's mark of 17. Jimmy also has the record for most career home runs by a Philly shortstop. And I don't know how he doesn't have a gold glove.
Shot, great diving grab. Can he get it out? Yes, he can. What a superb play by Jimmy Rollins.
And speaking of career records, Mike Lieberthal set one for the most games caught as a Philly. Lieby was kind of humbled as he got a standing O from the hometown crowd.
Breaking the club record.
He's another guy who will someday have a plaque on Aspirin Alley.
All time.
Then there's another record, one I wouldn't have dreamed about on opening day.
2-2 pitch, swing and a towering drive to deep right center. There it is, number 49 for Ryan Howard. He is the Phillies' all-time single-season home run leader with 49 home runs.
Into the upper deck here at RFK Stadium.
Ryan Howard has just broken the Phillies' all-time single-season record, which he shared with Michael Jack Schmidt, and that was a no doubt about it.
Oh, man.
Well hit. Is that number 5-0? It is out of here. 50th home run of the year for Ryan Howard. Oh, could this be another one? Could this be? It is way out of here. Just tied Ralph Kiner for most homers in a sophomore season with 51.
No doubt.
Look at a high fly ball, hit deep to left. Back is Diaz, and this one is gone. Make it 3 for Ryan Howard.
It's the greatest show on earth right here.
Yeah, all that stuff is nice, but it doesn't mean anything unless you win.
Base hit, game over. Game over. Ruiz scores. Victorino knocks in the game winner. It's a Phillies comeback and win it by a score of 8-7. What a huge win.
And we had one more month to try to nail down the wild card. On Labor Day, we had a classic cliche game. Cole Hamels versus Roger Clemens. The kid versus the master. Youth versus wisdom. Whatever you want to call it, it was fun to be a part of.
2 strikeouts in the inning for Cole Hamels, and obviously he didn't look very nervous. He got
strikeouts on the afternoon and 15 straight Astros.
The trick was to get the rocket out of the game.
2-2 pitch, hit him. Hit him with a 2-2 pitch, and that'll force in a run. 2-hit batsman in the inning for the Rocket. And the Phillies have scored the game's first run without a hit.
You gotta be kidding me.
Swinging a high drive to right. And forget about it. Another one to give the Phillies the lead off the facing of the second deck. 63rd of the year for Ryan Howard.
But the Astros tied it, and we went to extra innings.
Oh no, that's long drive into deep right field, and this game is tied.
Hey Chase, send us home.
Long drive! This game is over! The Phils have won it out of here! Chase Utley, a 2-out, 10th-inning home run, and the Phils have won it in 10 by a score of 3-2, and his teammates come storming out to home plate to mob Chase Utley.
All of us had a good vibe about the next 2 weeks. Jamie Moyer had proved to be a steady influence on the pitching staff, on and off the field.
To me, that's what it's all about. You get to the end of the season, like I said, independent race, and you make your own breaks, and you either sink or swim. But that, and that's where experience comes in, and with younger players, it's a good experience for them too. It's a great way for them to learn about themselves and about the game and about their teammates.
Other guys felt the vibe too.
I'd say right now, if you look at the wild card race, we're in pretty good shape. It's you kind of want to look back at all those games we gave away the last 2 or 3 months of the season, and if we could have won 3 or 4 more of those, and we could have won a lot more than that, but if we could have slipped in 3 or 4 more wins than that, also we're leading the wild card.
What we got going now, the excitement coming to the ballpark every day, knowing that you had a chance to be in a postseason. Everybody's contributing, everybody's working hard, everybody's pushing at once, and every time I cross in this bridge and I go over this bridge and I can see the stadium from here, I get excited, I get pumped up because coming to the stadium is fun. We live for this, and then we're right at the door, and we just got to grab it.
The last homestand felt like a huge love fest. Our pitching staff really stepped up.
Right back at Jamie Moyer. To J-Roll, to Howard.
First, Jamie Moyer finessed the Cubbies. Then Brett Myers dominated them.
Struck him out. Make that 10. He strikes out the side and struck him out. Complete game win. Brett Myers with 12 strikeouts.
His victory brought us into a tie for the wild card. Then came Cole, and the Marlins had no chance.
He struck him out. 28 homers here at home. Ryan with 29 up on the road.
I feel like I'm in the middle of a snow globe. But kudos to these Phillies fans that have come out. That's great support for this club. It's trying to get into that wild card slot. Now they got a decision to make. Are they going to pitch to Howard?
They almost have to, I would think, with runners at first and second.
Come on, pitch to me.
Well hit to the opposite field. Out of here. 3-run home run, Ryan Howard. Number 58 for the big man.
On Sunday, September 24th, we had a 1-game lead in the wild card. Chase and I wanted to address the crowd on Fan Appreciation Day.
You guys have been great. We've had an exciting year, and it's not over yet.
We appreciate all you guys have done for us, all the support. Hopefully we make it into these playoffs and we can keep it going. Thank you.
Well hit to deep left field. This ball is out of here.
The game unfolded kind of like our season. We were quickly down by 4 runs, then started scratching our way back.
Out of here. Home run, Chase Utley. Well hit to deep left field. It's got a chance. It is out of here. Third home run of the inning, and the Phillies now lead it by a score. The Phillies win it by a score of 10-7. and complete the sweep of the Florida Marlins. And regardless of what the Dodgers do, the Phils will remain on top in the wild card standing.
Those fans that hung around through a long rain delay got showered with all kinds of stuff from the team. It was a gesture of appreciation from all of us, and hopefully a shared feeling that can continue into next year. When the Philly fans get behind us and this ballpark rocks, it makes it a real tough place for the other team to play. I'd love to see the atmosphere we had in September carry through all next season. It would make us a lot tougher to beat. By now, everyone knows that it didn't end pretty. We were in a three-way race with the Dodgers and Padres, and one more week to go. It was a week of blown calls, bad weather, and missed opportunities. The other two teams were on fire. We just smoldered. The next to last game was an exciting win, but hours later we'd learned that we were eliminated. And so our season ended in the same state we began this long drive more than 7 months before. Each of us were left to our own thoughts of what could have been.
A little disappointed, but you know what? We're gonna try to stay positive here and look what we did in the second half.
You know, sad day in here. I mean, you can feel the energy has been taken out of this room, but you know, like I say, you know, if we gave it all 100% and we tried our best, that's all we can do.
For me, it was definitely a positive season. Right now, disappointment, but I'll reflect back on it later as positive.
It's disappointing. It really is disappointing because we worked so hard and we played so well and gave ourselves a chance to be at the very end.
I think we all feel pretty good about next season. We set a club record for homers in a season and led the league in runs scored. Defensively, we're solid. And I think our fans can expect to see our running game get a little more aggressive. As far as pitching goes, we have two great young arms. Cole and Brett both have higher ceilings than the Sistine Chapel. And Jamie Moyer will be back to provide that veteran presence this staff is needed. Flash will be back as a closer, and the rest of the pitchers are all looking to step up their game. I think that Pat Gillick is the right man to find us the missing pieces. Those key acquisitions that can get us over the top. We all have a busy winter ahead. I know mine has already started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the National League Most Valuable Player, Ryan Howard.
Wow. I mean, it's quite an honor to be able to stand before you guys today and be named as National League MVP. I never would have thought it would have happened this fast. You know, winning Rookie of the Year and a Home Run Derby and now an MVP. So I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, my parents, my family, all my close friends, definitely the fans of Philadelphia. Without them, you know, it really would be tough. They've shown me a lot of love since I've been here, and I appreciate that. And I just want to thank the Philadelphia Phillies organization for, you know, giving me the opportunity and being able to stand here before you guys and just go out there and play.